portrayed in the media, on television, for example?
How long have we got, Stewart? I would like to see the Bible being portrayed, the essential contents of the Bible, the messages, the great books of the Old Testament and of the New, presented in such a way that people would be able to see the really important teaching there. Because the Bible is about God, and it's about people. And very often, you get the impression that the Bible is just an old-fashioned world, and it's not. It's so up-to-date, it's more up-to-date than tonight's news. And I would like to see, for example, programs of discussion that really have cutting edge. I would like to see the contents of the Bible not presented with dressing gowns and tea towels like nativity plays, but presented with modern situations, the modern relevance, so that the teaching comes through. If you'd given me notice of this, I would have had about 15 to 20 ways already scripted for you to read out.
But people will say the Bible was written 2,000 years ago. So what relevance does it have to today? You're saying it does, but we see the stories in the Bible about people who lived a long time ago.
Well, surely you can see that the eternal things that are said in the Bible about our condition and about what's wrong with us and how we can be put right, these are always relevant. All the political parties, all the people who are discussing and arguing things all over the world, all agree that something is wrong. And the Bible tells us what it is that's wrong. And it also tells us how it can be put right. Because I believe that God did something in Jesus that's so important that all the world's got to know about this. And how do we present that visually to people who will never go to church, will never read a book, never read the Bible, but will watch television?
One thing, watching those three plays that we've seen, I have to say that they seem to me to be fairly run-of-the-mill, ordinary, everyday situations with no Christian relevance, some people might say.
Well, you would have to look again, because Jesus taught parables. And when he taught in parables, he left the ball in their court. He didn't tie it all up and tell them a nice, pretty story. It always finished up by saying, well, what are you going to do about it now? And time and again, the way the gospel is presented has to be presented in terms of a response that is asked for from people.
Well, next week we're going to see two more of your playlets, aren't we? What are they about?
Well, one of them is really about a discussion between two men in a pub who are really just judging everybody else and looking down their noses at everybody, and they're surprised at how relevant the Bible is to their condition. And another one is really a couple who've been married for 12 years. And they're trying to understand what it is that has gone wrong with their marriage and how they can put it together again. So we've done little sketches on that.
Well, that's next week. Frank Cooke, thank you very much indeed. From Come Close, and from me, goodbye.
Are you the one who pretends to read the newspaper? If you have a reading problem, you might be missing just the job you want, or be in danger of making a fatal mistake. Even a simple thing like writing a cheque can be embarrassing, and other people soon lose patience when it takes ages to find a telephone number. Leicestershire Adult Literacy Service can help to improve your reading, writing and spelling. Just ring Leicester 351191, Leicester 351191, and we'll tell you how to do it.
Sean Connery starring in the first great train robbery. That's tomorrow night's Tuesday movie here on Central, part of this lineup. Hope you can join us.